Shalom Israel with I.S.U.P.K. Started off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commanding General YAHANNA, 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribe of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group or any of their false doctrine. As a matter of fact, if it's not under I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA, it's not of the truth. Officer Qadash, teaching the Friday night Lashawan Qadash class. The number system, Friday night. It's like we promised. If you guys can hear me okay. The number system. And let's see. We start to make some adjustments here. Okay. Yes, and we're going to start off with a number system. Of course, we're going to get into some numbers, higher numbers, and I was writing on the board. We started out, it's how our Lashawan Qadash number system looked a long time ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the Kach and Yah, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shashai, Shabai. Then 8 is Shamawana. Just like we use Shamawana, Asherah. When we use 18 nations. Shah, Ma, Wa, Na. That's 8. 9 is the Shah, the Shai. That's 9. And 10 is Asherah. Oops. Would help to put an H in there. Asherah. Make sure I got them all right. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, good. 10. And so I'll give you a chance, guys, to copy that down, put it in your notes, because once you go over a system like this, you tend to not go over it a little bit too much more for a while there. So we want to make sure you guys get it, write it down, let you catch up and write that down there. Lashawan Qadash class, where we're teaching the number system.
We ask ourselves, is it the right thing to do for that customer? I think that's what makes First Citizens different. First Citizens think forever first.
Lashawan Qadash. System that we used a long time ago. It makes sense. A lot of nations have copied off of us, and how we do things. All the governments, because we were the first. Lashawan Qadash, Holy Tone from the Bible, from our book, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, headed up by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, teaching us the language so that we communicate with each other. Last week we did 18 nations and 12 tribes, and then we're going to show you where we get some of these numbers from. That'll help you out. So we'll get you guys a chance enough to write some more. Give you a chance. And, as we invite some of you guys in the comments in the chat. See, we have Shar, Pearson Carmen, Shar, yes, we have a few other people there. That's good. Great. Teaching you the Lashawan Qadash class. We have, let's see, Barack Bar, Chevrolet, okay, a few other people. Very good. Is that right down here? And to some of you, it may be a review. To some of you guys, the number system is new. Either the case, like for instance, when we had, let's say we had the 18 nations, when we had the 18 nations on the board, of course it was the 18 nations. We'll concentrate on that word 18, because that's what we're doing, the number system. But it meant we had to find out, well, what does this mean? I mean, you know, how do you get 18 out of there? And well, 18, you use two Gayayam and Ha, Shamawana, Ashara, Gayayam. And we'll get into plurals, because Yam is what made the nation plural, Gayayam. The, Ha, 18, we use that 8 first. I'll use another color here. Let's use green for the sake of using something. We use that 8 first. The 8. So in Hebrew, you start off with the base system, just like you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The same thing that you do, that we've made the pattern a long time ago from the base systems of 10. We count in the base systems of 10, and that's what it is. That's how it started. So Kad, Shanya, Shalash, Araba, Kamash, Shasha, Shabash, Shamawana, Lashawan, and Asherah. Then of course you'd have to come over here and use, that's 10. Well, this is based off the base systems of 10, which that is 10. Then there's the 10 right there. So if you add 10 plus 8, you're going to come up with 18. 18 nations. That's how we got it. So we'll give you a chance. I know we've talked about that last week, and actually week before last. And as people check in, we'll be asking some questions here. Hope you guys catch up. And for instance, let's say when we wrote the 18 nations, that's fine. That's how you get that word 18. And we were using in a sentence, and we'll go on further. We'll show you how to count all the way up to at least 100 tonight. I can go up to 1,000, 2,000, probably 1,000,000, but we'll just keep it simple right now. But Shamona, let's say we had 12. That was the 12 tribes. Well, we'll go back and make 12 so you can see it real easily. Hope you guys can see this from home pretty decent. Online, there, it's better. The 12 tribe, you say, how do you come up with that? Well, it's pretty easy. 12. Back to the base system of 10 again. Back in my days of school and math, and this system that we use, that they copied off of, my mother tongue language didn't even know it. We were using the decimal system and all of that, but anyway, it was of the base of 10. Asherah. 10 right there. Well, you have to find a 2. Right there. There's that 2. So if you say the Shanya, and guess what that will be? Asherah, 10. Shanya, Asherah. Asherah. That gives you 12. Because that's simply adding 10 to the 2. Make Shanya Aishara. 12. Okay? Give you guys a chance to write that down. Stand. See, we have Officer Dollar down on here. Excellent job. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. That's the officer that taught me everything I knew about the Hebrew numbering system. And a bunch more about it. But that's what we're using. The number system. The base 10. Shanya Aishara. 12. Let that sink in, because it's going to help us as we move up. As we move up and a little bit further, you're going to find out the base 10. It's going to help you as we move up to higher complicated numbers. Not so much complicated, but it's more complicated than Akkad, Shanya, Shalash. And you notice that, if you notice, Ka, that's one of the characters, Shah, and so on and so forth. See, you have Yah, of course, it's an ending. It's an adjective at the ending also. Shah. Ra. So many. This is Ka. We always use our characters no matter what we do. There's 6 is Shasha. Shabbat. Some, yeah, Shabbat. Shah, there you go. Shah. Ma, Wa, Na. Tha, there's a Tha. Again, there's a Shah, it's a Ra ending. So you notice we use our characters a lot in describing what we're doing. Because if you could write down what the word is, it can be translated. The start is this. And of course, we can write this translated in Hebrew and Paleo. But for right now, we're going to use the Paleo Hebrew system, numbering system of Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabah, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shama, Wana, Vashai, Asherah. Like, do this over and over again, because hopefully that'll get in your brain and your mind and mine also, that's what we're doing. Give you a chance to look that over. Let's see. All right, let's write the word 13. Let's write the word 13. We write the word 13. And I'm pretty sure you guys are getting the hang of it right now. How are we going to do that? Well, we're using the base 10 again. Number system, 10. We'll use another color here to make things look like we know what we're doing. Underline it. We'll point to it. 10. There it is again. This may seem mundane, but it gets the point across. You get to see if there's any discrepancies. You get to see if there's any changes, or okay, why'd they do that? But so far, it's consistent. That's the point. 10. There it is again. 10. Asherah. But Asherah by itself will just be 10. So we got to find a 3. And so, of course, we come over here, and as you can see, that we're going to find this 3 right here. Shalash. Shalash. And when you're at the best thing you could ever do, even when it's almost like I said, oh, the teacher's going to go. It's pretty much like when we were in elementary school, grade school, when we had the number system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, the same thing applies here. We're like little babes starting all over again. We got to learn how to walk, crawl, and crawl along, and on our tricycles, and next thing you know, we're on our bike running full speed ahead. But we have to learn this system here until you can learn all of these by heart and spell them correctly. Then we'll have the system. So basically, we'll call that Shalash. We'll call it Shalash. See if you guys come up with the same thing I did. Shalash. Shalash what? Asherah. Shalash Asherah. Now, if you notice, we putting the number Asherah by itself, the base of 10. That's the power that is in the base 10. Shalash has to help it. 3. Not as necessarily that it's before it, because if you notice here, these are backwards. How come this can't be 3 and 1? Well, that'd be 31. But it's the base 10 goes last. Shalash goes, say, okay, well, actually what that is this. Shalash plus Asherah. In other words, that's 3 plus 10 equals 13. Not for the sake of taking up more space or taking up time. It's just that simple. Just kind of let you guys see. Put that in your book. Put that in your notes so you'll understand how things are written. Give you a chance to write that down. We have Amar, Captain Amar. Welcome, sir. To all of the officers above me, thank you for allowing me to teach the class in Lashawan, Qadash. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. To all our brothers, all our sisters that's joining the class also. Give you guys a chance to write that down. It's not every day that an officer, captain, and an officer of 1,000 join you. Another trooper, another officers, sisters join you for class. Well, we appreciate that, officers above me. Thank you. The water. 13, 3 plus 10. So we got that down. So let's move on to the next one. So you guys get the idea. Let's start off with let's do 14. You guys get the hang of it. Well, in your piece of paper, you should be writing it down ahead of me. Put it down in your notes. Remember what we said. You're going to always have a notebook pad like this in class, always, so that you'll get to see and write down things that you've learned a year ago. That's pretty much how long that's been. And I'm recalling some of this, going back over it. But thank you for the laborers of the hard officers above me to teach this young man, trooper, now officer of 50, I.S.U.P.K, to lead to, I don't, the Most High is doing this so that for all of us to help, so we can learn our language, our mother tongue. All of these characters make up 10. Okay, 14. They do the same thing. So 14, what would it be? Arabai. Arabai. So there we go. Arabai. We'll write it out. Arabai. Oh, that's spelled wrong. It's spelling Arabia there. There we go. That's better. Arabai. Then we'll write Asherah. That's how you get 14. There again. Base system. 10. 4. That's actually 4 plus 10, or 10 plus 4 in this case, we'll say 4 plus 10 is 14. That's how that's ascertained, that's how that's done. You get a chance to write that down again. Pretty soon you guys are going to say, oh, this is easy. Yes, it is. Then so you would be saying, well, how do I write 22? Shanya, la'a. We'll get to that. That's not how you do it. Or how do I write 54? Araba kamash, la'a. We'll show you how. We'll let you get a chance to write that down for better understanding. And we're going to teach you some plurals also, like I had in the caption before the class started last week. But some of these are going to need some plurals applied to them. Okay, Arabah. Arabah, Asherah. Give you guys maybe another 5 seconds to write that down. Okay. Okay. Of course, you got the hang of it. I mean, we can keep going and on, and you know, we might just for the sake of making sure you guys understand. And of course, 15 will be Qadash. Asherah. Asherah. That's 15. Ugh. It's lucky. Kamash. Kamash, Asherah. Kamash. You see somebody named Kamash? I think that's a Captain Qadash, officer. He's in Indianapolis area. Qadash. It's 5. Qadash Asherah. There again is 10. And a 5, or 5 plus 10 is 15. Same thing. We'll write 16. Shasha. Just bear with me, guys. I know it seems like it's a crawl here, and it's like, okay, we've seen these, but trust me, you appreciate in the end when the simplicity comes out, and you'll understand it. Shasha, that's 6. It's by itself, but if you put it with the base of 10, it's going to be 16. Starting to make sense, and it should. That's why I go through this, so you won't come back and say, huh, now what do you mean, sir? Okay. Of course, we'll leave Asherah up there. We don't wore that one out so much. Asherah is the base of 10. You get the point now. So we'll go to 17, Shabbat. Asherah, that's 17. Well, we'll put it right here. Yeah, Shabbat Asherah, that's right. Okay, that's a 7 plus 10. That's what that is. Hope you guys can see that pretty decent. Of course, we went through Shama already. That's how we got the 18 nations. Shama, that's when you read it. Ha. Shama Asherah, Gayayam, the 18 nations. So we went over that before. So we'll skip over that. We'll say Thashah. I mean, I could have just went and said Akkad, Asherah, and then people would have been asking, well, what's the rest of them? That's why I'm going through every last one of them. Slow, mundane, seeming like you don't need it, but yeah, we'll do it anyway. That's how we do it here, I.S.U.P.K. The shy. The shy. And we'll say Asherah again. ain't spell nothing wrong. I-S-H-A-Ra. Wow. Let's do this right. I-S-H-A-Ra. Been doing so many of them. There you go. The I-S-H-A-Ra. Give you a chance to write that one a little bit. And we're gonna get into something interesting here in a second. We're gonna find out. We're gonna get to 10. We're gonna figure out what to do with it. That's 19. So we know. So people say that's 19. Well, how in the world are we gonna write 20? Think about it. That big old number. I'm gonna write 20. Let you guys think about it for a second. If you know what it is, type it in the comments. Anyway, we're gonna do something what we call our plurals here. In Hebrew class, we learned that to form a plural, male, you use yam. To form a plural and female, you use waf. In this case, the number system, we're going to use yam. That makes it in the male form. It's 20 would be I, Sha, Ra, Yam. That would be your 20. Asherayam. And all we did there was do the same thing. I'll use another color that we've done when we're doing classes in plural. That's why I said some of these things we're going to be going over in plural so we can understand how to come up with some more numbers. So Asheram. I-Sharayam. I-Sharayam. You take I-Shara and plural. That's like 10 twice. And what is 10 twice? 20. That makes sense? That's what it is. I-Sharayam. It says Shamyar Yahawada. I believe that's officer, I believe. Officer Shamyar Yahawada. I believe it is. Lakia, thank you for joining. Class. 20. I-Shar-Rayam. A lot of people say, okay, all right, that's cool. Well, what about 30? Well, I say before we go to 30, let's do something like this. Yeah, let's just say 30. What about 30? Now, remember, we're basing this off the base system of 10. Okay? Remember, it ain't going to be Asher around. What do you guys think it's going to be? Well, how do you say 3? There's your 3. So we're going to do this. Instead of Isharium, which is 10 twice, so we're going to use 3, Shalash. But when you put the yam in, it makes it plural. So that means it adds a 0, because it's in the base system of 10. And it's 3 tens. So that's, what was that saying? Lash. Yum. There's that yum again. Masculine. Shalashian. That says 30. Because that's what we've done. Right here. That's telling the 10. That's telling the 10 to count 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 3 times in 10. Well, 3 times 10 is 30. So there it is, right there. Fascinating, isn't it? Shalashim. That's our language. So pretty much all the other nations copied off of us. We're coming up with this number system. That's 30. Shalashim. We pluralized it. We can't say Asherah, Asherah, Asherah. It's a waste. Just say Yom and find the base number for it, Shalash. But when you say Yom, automatically you know it's 3 times that. 10. Because Asherah Yom was 20. We didn't say we didn't say. Yeah, you notice we didn't say Shanya Sharam, because it automatically when you put the Yom it is twice, so we didn't have to use that. Shalashim is the first one we go past that. 30. So Shalashim. Hope everybody gets that. Write that down in your notes. Let that feed in your head. If you have any questions, type them in. But that's how we do it here. Of course, we'll go down the system here, because when it's over with, I want you guys to really understand, not just to guess. You'll understand what we're doing. And there we go. We'll go ahead and write Yom, because we know we need that word. We're going to use that plural, masculine form. 4. So what do you believe it is? It's going to be Arabayim. We'll use another color here. We'll use green again on this one. 40. Nice and big over there. We say Arabayim. Arabayim, not Arabian, Arabayim. Just remember now, the Hebrew characters all apply. There are 2. You have the A, you have an A and a I. That makes sure your pronunciations. That helps you with your characters. A and I. 22 characters. Okay, Arabayam. And of course, we'll move on to 50. Base system of 10, so you use Kamash and just make it plural. There we go. It's that simple. By me doing this over and over again, you begin to see how easy it is when you break it down and do it correctly. It'll help you if you write in the proper space too. Kamash Yum. Officer Sharban Yahawada watching this. Very good. 50. Kamashian. Let's move on. We'll move on to 60. Shasha. Shashayim. That would be 60. You got a chance to write that down? So a while back when I was in school, you used to have to figure all that out. They give you one of them, and you have to make the rest. Come back and get checked on it, see if you got it right. But here it is, 60. Yum. Base 60, base system of 10. Asherah, 6. Shasha, that's 6 counted 6 times because it's plural. That's what plural is. Pluralize it. In this case, in the plurality of 6. So that makes it 60. That makes sense? All right. Very good. Let's move on to 7. We'll move down, give you guys a chance to catch up. What do you believe that'll be? It'll be Shabbat, of course. That's what's left. The base system. We're making this as easy as possible so you guys can understand. No surprises. Sha. By. Yum. Shabayim. Base system of 10, 70, 7 of those 10, 7 tens, 7 yam, or 7 plurals of 10 is 70. Or, take 7 10 times, or it's the same thing as saying 7 plural or times 10. Or yam, not that it means time, but that means how you look at it. It's one way to look at it. 7 yam 10. 7 times 10. 7 times 10 is 70. That's the only thing it can be. All because our forefathers developed a system that we now use, even that's been copied by even this oppressor, copied by a lot of nations. Base system of 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. Just like that. 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Keep going. That base system. We have Barakwana. Barakwana, yes. Very good. Barakwana, we welcome you. Thank you for joining class. Very good. Base system of 10. Now we're going to move on. And I hope you guys write that. I hope you're writing down all the little tidbits that I'm writing here because it helps you to understand. Because when you get off of this, you'll say, now, what did he say? Well, it's pretty easy because I'm going out each one of them. I could have just went one and said, just copy it, let's move on to something else. But I think you'll appreciate the fact that I'm trying to do them so you can understand them, one at a time. Take the time. We got time. That's it. Shama on out. Be the same thing. Shah. We're going to use 80 this time. 80. We have Tazadak Karabban. I believe that's officer. I believe it is. If I'm not saying it right, sirs or the men above me, please forgive me. Salakia. Write it in there and let me know. But I believe it's officer. Tazadak Karab. If not, let me know. Thank you for joining us. The water. Okay, anyway. Shah, Ma, Wa, Na. Then we'll say Yam. Shamuanayam. That's 80. Shamuana. Not like 18, when you go and you say Shamuana Asherah, that's 18. But when you say Shamuana Yum, oh, it's a whole different word. Now that's 8 times 10, which equals to 80. And that's how you write 80. Shamuana Yum. Give you a chance to write that down, guys. We'll write down 90 here. So we've come a long way from the number 1, right? Akkad. We'll go for the pronouncing sake before we get to 90. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shashab, Shabai, Shama, Wana, 8. All these are your base for what you're getting ready to make everything after that. Just the same way we do it here in America. And this is in our land that they stole this from, really, when you think about it. Thashai, 9, base system. Asherah, base system of 10. That's how it's written. If you understand most of the precious language and all the other languages from all of the other nations, you'll know that pretty much they copied off of this right here. Some other language, the base system. Okay, we'll write 90. Same thing. We'll write we'll use another pen so you can see. Pearson Carmen. See you in the chat. Hope you're hanging in there with us, I'm pretty sure. Some of you guys know a lot of this already, but we're still kind of review to some others and it's new to some people. So we write 90. The shot. Pardon me for a second here. Difficulties, technical. Slack you for a second, guys. I'm gonna get the board back up. Slack you for the difficulties, guys. Got a little better, had a little malfunction going on there. We'll try to do the best we can. Dasha. Yum. Thank you guys for hanging in there on our malfunction, but we got it right now. We got it straight. Hopefully. You never know. Here we go. Okay, so it's happened, but there's no excuse. We put it back up and we keep on going. That's what Israel do.
Google and Facebook. Creepy ads can't follow you around the internet. 2. Limit social profiling. That also means you'll be
Shamona, okay. Thashayam, 90. That's good. We'll give you guys a chance to write that one. That'll work so far. Now I'm going to get to 100.
We have a focus on doing the right things for customers long term, for Citizens Bank, forever first.
Okay. We're going to get to 100. 100. You say, okay, how are we going to write this one, Chief? We done used Ashirayam already. That's 20. That would be correct, because that wouldn't work anyway, because it's only the Yam twice 10. That's 20.
Batman, Superman.
And of course, Shalash, 3 times 10, thrice 10 or 310 is 30. So how in the world would we write 100? Well, that's the same thing. But when they say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, AT, they're saying T, AT. Now they come up with a whole nother part of the system. We call that, it would be almost like you saying 100, just instead it would be called Maya.
Don't sit there, let it dry.
Ma. Ah. That's, instead of saying yam, 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 now we go to Maya. So write that down. Put that in your notes, guys. Maya. That brings us to a whole nother, it's like saying 10 times 10, Maya. That's just the way it is. Maya. That's what they came up with, and that's what we'll stay with. Or in this case, you can say, there I am, 100. There I am, Maya. There, and of course, I or am. But anyway, the word is Maya. What it really means, it means 100. That means you've arrived to one of the 10 times 10, or the base. You're still on the base system of tens. And of course, you would count 100, 200, 300, 400. Well, let's go back for a second. Let's go back. Let's do something before we get to any higher than that. So Maya, we got that written down. I'll give you about 5, 10 more seconds to write that down. Make sure you guys got all that down. Okay. Like we're going to be all right on the board here. Okay, good. if we want to write, say like, we want to write a number, you say, like 21. How would you write 21? Well, how would you write 20? You know? Say if we want to write 21. The number 21. Of course, well, how would you write 20? Remember 20 was I, Sha, Ra. Yum. Remember? That means that's plural Asherah. That's twice 20. And that gives you your base 10 right here, Asherah. And in our language, we say it's actually 20 plus 1. That's 21. So really all you have to do to write 21, you don't say Asheram Shanya. You always put it before. Because you want to know. Asheram. That's 20. It's just the opposite of this. And then put a 1 in front of it. Akkad. In this case, it would be Akkad. Akkad Asheram. 21. Give you guys a chance to write that down. Hope I spelled right. Yeah, Akkad. Yeah, you can see that pretty good. Akkad Asheram. In other words, 20. Asherayim. Base system of 10. 20. Akkad. 1. So it's 20 plus 1, or you have a 1 plus a 20. 1 in 20. Or 1 in 20 people will make it. That's how this language is written. 1 in 20. 1 in 20. Akkad Asheram. Not 20 in 1. We say 20 in 1 in this captivity language. But it's actually 1 in 20. So that kind of tells you, I mean, that's actually saying a lot, really. Like, how many people are going to make it? 1 in 20? 21. Or you can say 1 out of 20, but anyway, that's what they say. 21. 1 in 20 is just the way they say it. Akkad, Asheram. And of course, let's say if we wanted to say, let's use another one. Okay. What if we want to say 84? How in the world you write 84? Well, how would you write? Go over here and find that little lonely 8 over there. How would you write 80? Well, let's figure it out. Sha, ma, shama, wa, na. Yum. Shama wa na yum. That's 80. Or, we'll put it up here. Put it right here. 84. Shama wa na yum. And of course, you put on the board, everybody can see that you grab before. Since I've said put before, or since it's a repeat of what you already know, or add to it, the logic would have it, it would say, Arabai. Arabai. Arabai, Shama wa na yum. Arabai, Shama wa na yum. That's 80. Base of 10. 80. The yam makes it plural. Because if you just had Shama wa na, that'd just be an 8 plus a 4. You know? But if you're saying 84, it's Shamonayam. Give you guys a chance to write that down. Shamonayam. Shamonayam. We use the plural form. Yam, or plurality, plurals. Shama wana. Yum. Shama wana. Araba. 4 plus 80 is 84. That's how you have to look at that, and you'll never go wrong if you look at it that way. What am I adding here? 84. Okay? That's how you write that. What we've done here tonight, and of course we have more letters numbers to go here, but you got a good basic and you got a good structured understanding of the number system. That if you listen and pay attention, roll the film back, roll the all your notes back, you'll understand what we've done. You'll understand that really it'll be kind of hard to mess it up, or to forget it. But if you pay attention to what we're doing, you'll see that it's plain, right, written before you, and you really can't make a mistake. So let's move on to something else here. Let's move on to something. I mean, we can write all kinds of numbers here, but that's what this is for. It's a number system. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to figure out, well, how do you write all these numbers? Because once you get it, now you'll be able to form your own numbers. You'll be able to form your own numbers with a great amount of understanding of what you're doing. We'll write, let's see. Let's write the number, let's write 90. Let's write 90. 97. How would you write that? 97. Guys, give you a chance to challenge yourself. Write it down. 97. Camp leader, Officer Natsazah, camp leader, says Khan. That's yes, that's exactly right. That's what we're doing, sir. Trying to learn the number system. Appreciate that. We'll write the word 97. Well, let's figure it out here. Let's think. Let's put our thinking caps on. We're definitely going to use 90, so we know we're going to use the plural. Got to make that 9 plural, so we got to say yam, the masculine form. That's the plural, remember? The plural form. So what will we put in front of it? The shy. Well, we use another color here so you can see it. I'm a stickler for color so we can see stuff here real good. The shy. The Cheyenne. Well, what did that do for us? Well, that gave us 90. Remember, we're doing base 10s. Rudiment, base 10, everything is based off that 10. Off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Akach and Yashalach, Araba, Kamach, Shasha, Shabbat, Shamona, Basha, Sharaf. 10. We get that in our mind. 9, 90. Yum. So we said 9 10 times. That's what we did when you said the yum, because we pluralized it. Or that's basically, again, like I said, to repeat and repetition. 9 times 10 gives you the 90. Write that one down, guys, so you'll understand. In the course. Very good, Shah. Shah says Shabbai. Dashiyam. That's exactly right. Of the Shayan. Shayim. Shabai. Shayim, exactly right. So, the 7 is over here. So we'll say, very good, Officer Shah. That's what it is. Shabai. There's your 7. Now that's the same thing as saying 90 over here plus a 7.
Oh, freaker.
That's like saying 90 plus 7 equals
Hey, you better stop
97.
and get out of here.
Or Shabai Thashayim. Thashayim, sorry. Shabai Thashayim. Exactly right. And that's how we get that. I mean, you know, it's like, and of course the base system again, like I said, 90. You gotta kind of look at things a whole lot of different ways, but once you get them, you'll begin to understand. You can take these numbers and make 999. You can start saying, use Maya. Remember, that's 100. You can start using that with a breakdown. Shabai Thashimai. Gone. Okay. Let's take 100. 102. 102. How will we write that? Well, automatically, you know 100, remember? What's Maya? Maya. Of course, give you a chance, guys, to type it in, but straightforward. If we have it, just like we're going back to school again, 102. Well, your base 10. Base number is 100 over here. 100 plus 2 is 102. That's how it's done. So Maya. So we'll go over here and we'll borrow this Shanya. So we say Shanya Maya. That's 2 and 100. That's 102. Shanya. Yeah, Shanya. Shanya Maya. Or 102. And it's, I mean, you have to look at these as though you're doing, just like you were in school, I believe in the maybe, I don't know, second, third grade. But the complication would be more 10th, 12th grade level, because you have to learn, that's a lot of things. You have to learn multiplication, all those 6th, 7th grade also applied with it. So this base system of 10. That 2, we're writing it backwards again because that's the oppressor writes it backwards. It's 2 plus 100, and that's what it is. It's 2 plus 100. That's what's really trying to tell you. 2 Shanya plus 100. So how many horses do we need, sir? We need 2 of them plus 100. Oh, you're saying Shanya Baya. That's exactly what they're saying. Not Maya Shanya. No. The base comes first, comes last. Maya. Then you add in front of it what you want. Now, let's do something here. Let's say, we can go on 10th grade. That's right, Char. About 10th grade level. That's about right. Let's go and let's say, man, I bought 100. I got 100 horses. You know, the captain wanted us to have 200 horses. Well, I don't know how to write that, sir. Well, you're gonna learn it right now. It's real easy. Well, let's see. How do you write 100? Write 100 like that. Ma. Ya. They say, well, oh, he said 200. Well, we got to do this. He said 200 of them horses. 200. Well, let's just make it plural then. How about that? Like we did Mayayam. Is easy enough, right? Use that masculine form, yam. Pluralize that word, mayayam. 200. There you 200. 200 horses. That's why I said the plural, we're going to learn a lot about plurals because that right there alone made that word 200. Just by adding those three little, actually three characters. Actually 2 characters, ya and ma. Take the A off. Yam. 100, 100, 200. Mayam. Ma'ayam. You guys get that, write that down. And what that's really saying is 100 twice. 100 pluralized. Just as though you did 20. I'm sorry, 10 plus 10 is 20. Same thing. And you call that I-S-H-A. Oops. I-S-H-A. Ra. Yeah, Ashara Yam. There's that Yam again. Ashara Yam, 20. There's your 200. Ma'ayam. In this case, Maya is 100. And 20 is 2 10s. Not Shemya. That doesn't have anything to do with it. Because if you'd have done that, you'd have said 10 plus 2, and you'd have said, if you'd have said Shenya Shara, you'd have been saying 12. But when you put the Yam, it's 10 base, the base system is now of 10, which we base everything on, is stretched out 2 times, 10 and a 10. Not 10 to the second power, just 10 plus a 10. Here's 100 plus 100. So write that down. That's how that's really looked at. We have Joshua David. 100 is Maya. Shemya Maya. Very good, sir. Joshua David. Very good. That's exactly right, Joshua. You guys write that down. Josiah, I'm sorry. Josiah. Josiah David. Very good, Josiah. Just trying to write some of these names down. We appreciate you guys taking the class, of course. Officer Dawada. Pearson Carmen. Nice class going on here. Appreciate that. Okay. So we got the idea, right? 200. Okay, very good. Well, let's say, you know what? I like that idea. My yum. That's correct. That's my yum is 200. And that's in Josiah David. That's what we're doing. We're learning this system, sir. You stay in class long enough here. That's what we're doing. Now we're on a number system. Like, you know, we get back on pluralities. We get back on prepositions, adjectives. We're going to get onto everything that we can on Lashawan Qadash. But this system, that's what we're doing. We're counting it now.
Look at the slide. Look at the slide.
So.
Look at the slide. Look at this. Look at this TV for a while.
That's right, Shaw. And so we'll let's say down very, very gently here. Okay, let's move on to something else here. Let's go to 300. Of course, 300. Pretty much the same thing. We're going to say, well, what's 100? Start off with Maya. And of course, that's 100. In this case, we gotta pluralize it. We gotta say yam. It's the masculine form of it. Mayam. Well, we gotta find this 3. So it's the base of 100. The base of 100. Because you're gonna have 100 3 times. Now, where's the 3 at? Well, it's right here, shalash. So we'll write that. We'll say shalash. Shalash mayam. Mayam. Shalash 300 is what they're saying. Shalash 3. Mayam. Maya is 100, the base 10 of 100. In this case, it's 3 of them. The captain say, bring 300 offers, 300 horses for the troopers. He's saying, shalash mayam. That's what he's saying. Write that down, guys. Give you a chance to write that down. Just remember, it's the base system. There's always going to be a 10, then 100, then 200, then 300. Give you a chance to write that down. Lucky. Okay, and so on and so forth. I mean, what if he said, you know what? I like them 300 horses, but I need something else. We'll use Maya. I want 325 of them horses. Not 326, 325. Whoa, that's a challenge there, isn't it? 300. Well, we got Mayam. Right? So, let's write it. 300. The shy. Let's write that down first. Let's take your time. Let's pick it apart. The shy. Now that's 300. Where's the 25 at? Well, where is the 25? Well, how do you write 25? Remember? How you write 20? Asharam. Or we write, you're going to use Shanya? No. Think about it. That's 300. Asha. Ra. Yum. That's 20. And 5 by itself. Kamash. Kamash Asharayam Tashamayam. Kamash Asharayam. Oops, I'll put the 5 here, sorry. Kamash Asharayam Tashamayam. That's 325 horses. Or whatever the product that the captain wants in this case. That's how you say 325. The shy ma'ayam. So you start over here. But actually this would be like Instead of if you write in Hebrew, you start over here, Kamash Asharayim, but I mean we're writing it down as it appears. I mean it could be over here, Kamash Asharayim Thamayam. I mean I could write it the other way. It's just kind of. I don't want to get you confused from the way they got the 325 written there. But it's actually written. If you was writing this in Hebrew, and you write all these out, Kamash would be over here. And you write it this way. From left to right, like Hebrew does. Whoops. Sorry about that. I wrote 9. Sorry about that. Should have been Shalash. Wrote it down wrong. A little big. Yeah, sorry about that. Shalash Mayim. Okay, Kamash. Sharayam. Shalash Mayim. 325. Shalash. There's your 3. Writing so many numbers down, getting them all jumbled. But I hope you guys can see that. That's the idea. Okay. Kamash. 5. Asharayam. There's your 20. Asharah, base 10. 20. Shalash. Ma'ayam. 300. What I had was 925 when I used to shy. Tomato. You're right though. Exactly right. You cannot, gotta write it down right. Let's get it right. Shalash. We're gonna do it. Let's do it right. Okay? Alright, that's 325. Let you guys write that down, let it sink in a little bit. You get the idea how we form larger base system. Got a little bit more time here.
Go get him.
Stay tuned. It's gonna be dope. I promise you that. All right, we're getting all our characters over here, so we have 2 different versions of.
Go get him.
Guys can think of a dope name for him to let me know.
Okay. With I.S.U.P.K. out of South Carolina. Start off 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1 West. Where we teach blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Not affiliated with any other group. Not of the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA, established in 1969. It's not of the truth. We're teaching the number system, Lashawan, Qadash. And we'll do another one. We'll do another one. Let's try what I was trying to do by not paying attention sometime. Let's try 999. Boy, that's way up there. So we're going to get up here. We started all the way off on 1, a card. Now we're going from 1 so far to 999. Well, let's write that down. Let's write it down. Let's find out. Okay, all right, let's find out. The base, let's start off. 900. Well, let's do this. What are we really saying here? We're saying 900 plus 90 plus 9. Now that's how you look at that. That gives you 999. That's what that gives you. All right, well, let's find out then. Let's write 900. Okay, well, how do you write that? Now we'll put that, what I've been trying to write, the shy, yum. Then that is 90. Then we'll write ma'ah. Yum. wrote that down wrong. That's right, the 900. Ma'ai. Let's write this one first. Get it right. Ma'ayim. We'll use another color here. We'll write the Shai. Now that's 900. The Shai Ma'ayim. That's 900. Well, let's write 90. Let's use another color. Now take your time. It's easy to get off and mess these things up sometime. Let's write 90. Well, how you write 90? Remember? We're going to use the Shai.
We got Puppet over here. Super awesome. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead. Wait, I turned into Puppet. No, I actually want to turn into Jason, guys. Can I change into Jason, please? I don't want to be Puppet right
And
now.
then we're going to write the Shai Yum. That's 90. Why? Because the base of it is 10. 9 times. Yum. The Sayam. Oh, we did it. Right. Yeah, the Shayam. That's exactly right. Okay? The Shai Ma'ayim. That's 900. And of course, what's left? 9. We'll move this out of the way just a little bit. I wrote it too close. Sorry about that. Well, then you can write 9 by itself. That's the Shai. You notice, you see all these, the Shais around here. There we go. Finally got to it. 9. Trying to be cognizant of getting it right. Of course, you flip it around if you want to write it left to right to really write it. You write the Shai over here, and the Shayam, then Shai Mayam over here, from left to right. But I'm writing the number system this time for the sake of clarity from left to right. But in the Hebrew, we write it from right to left. Of course, this just be flipped around, that's all. That's all it would mean. But it would look like this. 9, 90, and 900. Which makes 9. Now that's 999 horses. Whatever the product is. A lot of Thashas, that's right. Officer Shah. That's the Shah. That's what we're saying. We're saying 900. Right here. We're saying plus 90 plus 9. That gives me 900, a 90, and a 9. Give me a chance to write that down, put it in your notes. Because once we do this, you'll understand it. You'll get in the habit of writing things over and over again. Give me a chance to write that down a little bit. So you'll see that we've gone a long way from writing from the first number down. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabah, Kamash, 5 of course, Shashah, 6, Shabbat, Shamawana, Thashai, Aishara. In this case, we use Thashai quite a bit. We use it in its plural form of Maya. In that case, it would be 900. Thashai and Maya and Yam. And then we explain what all this means. The Yam, plural. Maya is the base of 100. Thashai is simply 9. You put them together, you get 900. That's what you get. Thashai, Yam. Thashai, 9. The base, the plurality of 9 in the base of 10, and when you use a yam, it's 9 times 10. 9, 10 times. Anytime you see that yam there, 9, 10 times in the base, if you don't see the maya, you see the sha, yam, that's saying 90. And of course, by itself, it's just plain old the sha. Of course, you can use any one of these. You can say 555, 444. It'd be the same thing. It'd be 440 and 4. That's the idea. That's what you're getting here. That's why we go from 1 all the way to 99. You've learned to count from 1 to 999 in Hebrew, in the Holy Tongue. Now you can collaborate with other brothers and sisters. And go down to class. What you learn out of class, and you can start, adding and actually talking. You don't even have, basically 999. Of course, we'll get to 1,000. 999 is of course 1,000. 1,000 numbers will help you all day long. You can almost tell people, say, son, go to the store, get me $70 worth of groceries, and son, go and get you $70. And well, what would he be saying? He'd be saying Shabayim. You'd be saying Shabayim. $70. $70 worth of groceries. Of course, you usually worth $1 and all. So, but the number would be Shabayim, or $60 worth, Shashayim, or give me $600 worth of food. We're gonna say Shasha Ma'ayim. That's 600. $690 worth of groceries. The Shayam, the Shai Ma'ayim. 690. And plus 9, of course, you say Shasha before all of it. Let that sink in for a second. Okay, and of course, like I said, we've gone all the way to 999. I think you guys got the point, you got the idea. I took the time to make it as plain as I possibly could. If you have any questions, just type them in. I'll try to answer them for you. Be glad to. The brothers and the sisters, and of course the officers. I'm pretty sure you guys know already, but if I can refresh some stuff that you need to, just let me know, or if I can, I'll go to the men above me, and we're going to get this straight here. All right. Let's go to, now that we learned 999, what's left out of 999? Well, it's going to go to the big old number of 1,000. A big old number. A lot of money right there. I can put dollar signs on there all day long. $1,000. If you wanted to. We ain't got no $1,000, but we'll learn how to say it here. 1,000. Well, 1,000 would be called a lot. A lot. Add this to your notes. I think I spelled that right. Let me check. A lot. A lot. Yep, that's correct. A lot. That's how you say 1,000. Write this in your notes, because once you turn the video off, you'll say, I got to go back all through this to figure out what he said. Well, not if you wrote good notes down, you're good. A lot. A lot. Like I said, we have Officer Sharp checking in from Manetta, South Carolina. Pearson Carmen checking in. Shalom sister. Shamar Lathab Bashim Yahushua checking in from Wilmington. And we have, like I said, Officer Dawada here in Greenville. Officer 1,000. We have a couple of officers that checked in. It was off the Tazadah, Barakwana, let's see here, Josiah David, and Amagapan. Amagapan. That's officer, Amagapan. Make sure. Appreciate that. Wow. Okay, a lot. All right, and a lot is no different. If you want to make that a lot, if you want to say 2,000, type in the chat, what would you use? Before I write it, it's going to be right here. I'm going to draw a line right here. Type in the chat, all those listening, how would I make this 2,000? Based off the system that we've been using so far. I'll erase this dollar here. We ain't talking about dollars, but we can if we want to. A lot. What will we use? How will we make that? Give you a second. Give a chance. How will we make that a Lashawan Qadash system, the number system, from the way we've been doing? How will we make 1,000 2,000? A lot. What will we put at the end? Or what will we put before it? You tell me. Type in the chat. Young man Trey, good to see you. Somebody said a lot. Yum, that's exactly right. Josiah David. Yum. Exactly right. You put yum. So now you have 2,000. Alopium. Alopium. That masculine form. Alopium. 2,000. That's how you write it. And of course, the branch off from there, of course, everybody know. I mean, we can go on and on. But we're counting just like we would in this broken English language that we have here into our mother language, Lashawan Qadash, which based everything off of it nice and neat. It's a system where you can use the base. Everything started off from that base 10 right there. And all we did from there is just start pluralizing things. That's all we did. We didn't have to keep writing it. I could have, if there's another way to write it, but that would have been totally wrong, totally out of the way. We'll stick to what has been written, what the Most High gave us. He gave us this way, so we'll stick to that. That's what we use, because a lot of systems use something different. But this is the base way, the base system of 10. They didn't invent this here in America. They didn't invent it in Scandinavia. Started off with Lashawan Qadash, mother tongue, the number system, Hebrew. Yahbashem Yahushai Barak Tham. Rakatham. That's our language. That's why it's so easy to learn. You can close your eyes and make this up. You can close your eyes, close your eyes and make these numbers up, because the system it's actually easy. Base 10. Everything started off here. You can count to 10, just like they said. The teacher said you can count to 10. They didn't get that from going to school learning algebra or 3rd grade or 2nd grade or 6th. They learned that from here. If you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you got it. And just learn your plurals. Alopium. Ma'a is 100. Asherah. Then, of course, put yam on the end and you can go down the line there and go to work. We're up to 2,000 already. It's better than having $1, ain't it? I can get 2,000. You can say that, man, look, I want $2,000. I don't want if you say, well, if you can say it, we'll give it to you. There it is, Alopium. If you said, if all you can say is Akkad, Shanya, I mean, that's the base. So let's learn. We count over to $9.99. It may seem like a long, mundane thing, but that's how it's written. 2,000, and of course, if you write it in your language, it'd be 999. In this case, we're writing 1,000, a lot. This case, we're writing 2,000, a lot yum.
Of course, you added stuff on top to make it look like another mouth. Ew, that was disgusting. Now look how she actually did it. She's gonna peel it off. It's gonna be reverse, like a reverse twirl. Oh my god! And as you can see, it's just her lips. Just make it. Oh, that was really nasty. She added a missing eyepiece in this one. Just put it over the top. Now you're really gonna feel like a pirate. Yep, blend it in. There's too much talent here. That makes it look way too realistic.
Right.
It's actually gross.
Get that money. Go to work, we want to say 1,000, 2,000. That's pretty much how you write it. Of course, 3, we can do that one too. So we already know that a lopim is 2,000. So, shalash alapim.
Okay, she's gonna add little fake hair strings.
Shalash alapim. Arabai alapim.
And once the process is done, what would you guys suggest? It's from a very popular kid movie. Fake eyelashes. Eye patch. Which is
Just like we did ma'ayim, which meant your 2, then your next one will be your 3. Then you have shanya ma'ayim. You're going to use, the 3 would be, 3,000 would be, shalash. Alapium. That is 3 of those plurals. In this case, shalash alap. Yum. That's right. That way, the same way we did it from Asharayim. Now, in other words, alap, shalash, alap. But you got to make it plural, so you got to put the yam on the end. Shalash alapyam, arabai alapyam, kamash alapyam, shasha alapyam, and so on and 4. That's how that's done. See how much time we have in class? See what we got here, 8:38. Yeah, we go on. So we got the idea. So we'll do some recapping here. We don't want to take it to a million. I think you guys understand. You get the idea of that. We'll let you guys write that down there. So you can understand that we use. I'll write this down here. 100. So you recap there, Maya. Okay. And if you want to write 200, the 200 over here. Of course, you have to plural form. Ma'ayim, and 300, of course, will be shalash ma'ayim. Keep going on. And of course, alapium will be the 200, 2,000. And of course, 1,000 will just be alap. We'll leave that up there so you guys can make sure you didn't get misunderstanding about anything. And of course, you can go on further. You just simply use this base here, which is formed, and just simply plug in one of your numbers. We'll let you guys write that down, fill it in. We have Tahin. It's a lady that just got her name, beautiful name. She understands Hebrew language pretty decent. Glad you can join our class, Sister Thyme. And hope you've written this down just in case you, just gave a little recap for a few students that just came in. We started with a Qadash and Yah, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shamawana, the Shah, and Asherah. That's 1 through 10. And of course, when you learn in the oppressor's language, of course, the Hebrew language start off with the base of 10. 10. Of course, we'll go on from there. 10. If you want to say 20, then you use the plural masculine form of Yam. I-Shara-Yam. Write this in your notes. We're reviewing for the people who just came in. Appreciate you guys.
I'm a fat chick smoke. I mean, I'm a dog.
Okay. What was I at? Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, the base 10. And then, of course, Asherayam. Put that yam on the end of it. Then you have 20. And then, of course, 30, Shalashim. 40, you have Arabayan. And you have Kamashian for 50, and so on and so forth. 60, Shalashim. Just put a yam. You have 60, 70, and Shamawanayam, and so on and so forth. Put that in your notes, guys. Make sure I'm trying to catch up with the people just joined class, of course. And after that, we reached all the way to 999. Then we'll say, okay, 900. How do we say 900? We say the shy. So you have to use that. In that. Ashar Rayam. The shy, Ashar Rayam. That would be 900. Okay? And then, of course,
He got 2 eyeballs. He got 2 eyeballs.
I'm sorry. That's wrong. Take that back. If you want to say 900, I'm going to go over that one again. I got to remember myself. It's it would be 900 would be the shy, and it'd be 100 was ma'ah, sorry, yum. Okay, that's 900. The shy ma'yam. Okay, that would be 900, and so on and so forth. And then, of course, we're doing a review. And then you want to go to 1,000 is simply a lot. Shalom, sisters. Shalom. Shalom, sisters and brothers. And then, of course, if you want to write 2,000s, a lot, yum. And, of course, 999, and you have to say 90. Well, how would you say 90? 90 is the shy, yum. And you write that over here. And if you want to write 90, you say the shy. You got the shy, yum. Then you want to say 900, the shy ma'ayam. That's 999, of course. Now it's pretty much, it gets simpler and simpler, but of course, once you get the idea, the base, I want to confuse people, we'll get rid of this right here on the bottom. But this is basically what we've gone through right here. Yeah, there you go. 100, Ma'ayam. Everything right there is, you have pretty much what you need. And you simply join everything up together when you get those numbers that's in between. That you get those numbers in between. Like 101, 121, 723. Where you start, write it down. And of course, when you want to translate them and write them in Hebrew, use your characters that we normally use, the vowel sounds, of course, and you write from right to left, you know. And then, of course, I've been writing them to left to right for clarity, like I said before. I can write them backwards the other way, but you know, let's get them written down, the numbers correctly first, and then you simply get that information, get the number, and then write it down right to left, and you'll have it. as far as writing it correctly. So give you a chance, guys, to copy that down. Sister Thyan, forgot to for joining class, just writing it down for you. 8:45, we got about 5 more minutes, letting you know. Hope you guys enjoyed this class in the Hebrew number system. And next week, I think we're going to go over, we're going to touch on maybe, I think we finished with the number system for right now. We may recap and go back over it. But I think next week, we'll go over, let's say, some more plural forms and some more words, some vocab, some understanding. We may put the numbers and the vocabulary together so we get a good sentence going. We may write some sentences, some sentence structure, do the best we can. That's why it's important. We've learned the 18 nations, the 12 tribes. We've learned about prepositions. We learned about adjectives. We learned about the number system. We're well-rounded now. And of course, we'll go with alphabet again, just for a recap. The alphabet. The characters, as a recap. And we'll go to Lashawan, Qadash, so you'll understand what these look like. We'll understand how to write things. Then we'll start to put together sentences, little short, small sentences using numbers and Hebrew characters. And we'll use plurals. We'll use feminine and masculine plurals. We'll use prepositions like a, ba, da, ha, wa, ya, ka, la, ma, sha, ta. That's I, in, do, thee, and, he, as, or, to, of, whom, which pertain to, thou, thee. We use possessive adjectives. We're going to go all of that. And then, of course, we have time. We'll simply do some translations. Hopefully that you guys, when you get well-rounded, then we'll start getting to more technical writing as I teach myself, as I teach you. But for the main thing, as we grow together, and brothers and sisters, the sisters, so some of them, if you have brothers that are not in the truth, help bring them in. You know, you want to break this down slowly to it, but always let them, teach them so that they can lead you, because that's the order. And for the men already in the system, especially to the priests and prophets, priests and prophets of the Most High, the prophets above me, if I may, you guys know the system already. It's just a recap for you, but you know, you can call or write here online and in your some questions that you have. Officer Qadash should par. Of course, I'll go to my leaders above me if I don't have the answer, and we'll find that. We'll find that answer. But the whole idea is to learn the number system, to learn the plurals, to learn the prepositions, to learn the adjectives, to learn the whole Lashawan Qadash. It's 8:48, and we'll break down the class now, and we'll start reading the announcements, like with I.S.U.P.K, security announcements. With I.S.U.P.K started off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a brother or sister comes into school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After 6 months, the period the brother or sister will get permission the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The numbers, 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ai-shara. There we again. Ma. That's ma. That's the. And Ashara, the 10th. Ma'ai-shara. Salaki, just had to say that. Means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ai-shara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, or the Most High gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher, the priest's fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever the amount that you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. What we're going to have is the Passover. It's still, of course it would have happened, but it's been postponed. That's why you get with officers, you get with your camp leaders and your captains in your area, and your camps, to find out when that Passover, that Commanding General YAHANNA and the generals will actually come up with the date. So you get with your camp leader and get with your officers. It's normally the 14th day of the first month, Thursday, April. I'm sorry, forget that. The 14th day of the first month, Exodus 12, 1 and 51, Leviticus 23, 4 and 5, 1 Corinthians 5, 7 and 8, 2 Corinthians 30 and 17. Of course, there again, I said again, it's postponed, but because of this flu bug that's going around, COVID-19. But whatsoever I said, announce holy convocation. I'm sorry. Remind Akim and Akwaf. There's your yam. Akwaf. Akwam. Akim. Slakia. Akim. And Akwaf. That's the plural form of a woman, for a woman. So that's man and woman. Akim are brother and sister. Akim and Akwaf. To check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, or to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. Had a nice class today, and hope to see you next week. For that we say, I.S.U.P.K. Shalom.